The biggest heists and bank robberies in American history. America is the world's richest country, with a historical streak of heists and bank robberies. New York is the scene for 3 of the 8 most legendary heists, while 2 of the biggest happened in a third of a year 504 for a total amount of around $60 million. United California Bank Robbery, March 24, 1972, $30 million. $30 million worth stolen from the United California Bank was the biggest heist in American history. It took place on March 24, 1972, days after the main culprits Emil and James Dinzio, professional criminals from Ohio, flew in their nephews and 2 associates for the heist in California. Pierre Hotel, New York, January 2, 1972, $27 million. Samuel Nallo and Robert Comfort went down in history in 1972 with a crime in the Guinness World Records as the most successful hotel robbery. Stolen from the Pierre Hotel in New York, the legendary heist was worth $27 million. Dunbar Armored Robbery, September 12, 1997, $18.9 million. One of the biggest heists in American history happened on September 12, 1997, for the stolen amount of $18.9 million. Caught hot-handed, only about $5 million of the cash was ever recovered. March 1997 Loomis Fargo Robbery, March 29, 1997, $18.8 million. On March 29, 1997, in Jacksonville, Florida, Loomis Fargo lost $18.8 million in the 4th biggest heist in American history. Johnson hid the money and moved to Mexico, but tried to return to the U.S. too soon in August. October 1997 Loomis Fargo Robbery, October 4, 1997, minus $17.3 million. The mastermind, David Scott Gaunt, was the regional vault supervisor for Loomis Fargo, with easy access to the vault and conspirators helping in the background. The authorities convicted 8 more people for the crime and found 16 others of indirect involvement. Century Armored Car Company Robbery, December 12, 1982, $11 million. The crime happened on a weekend before millions of dollars left on Monday, lending to the biggest cash robbery in US history at the time. 5 of the criminals faced prison charges, with only $1.5 million ever recovered. JFK International Airport, New York, December 11, 1978, $5.9 million. The Lufthansa heist was the largest cash robbery at the time in American history with an estimated $5.9 million stolen. The crime is the longest in American history under investigation, with the latest arrest in 2015. Brinks Building, Boston, Massachusetts, January 17, 1950, $2.8 million. The Brinks Building lost $2.8 million on January 17, 1950 in a heist that went down in history as the crime of the century. They were all paroled in 1971 except for McGinnis, who died in prison, and as for the money, only 1/5 of the $2.7 million was ever recovered. Biggest heists and bank robberies in American history.